Welcome back, Dogs fans. This is JT Productions, and welcome back to another college football season. This time for the 2023 season. It's been a while. I've been a little bit busy, so I just decided I was going to clump these two little tune-up week breakdowns into one. So let's just get right into it. Well, Georgia is 2-0 on the year with wins over UT Martin and Ball State. As I'm guessing all of you already know if you've been watching the games, Georgia has not looked like the team that we expected so far. The offensive line has been not as good as we'd like it to be. The defense has been pretty good, but the tackling has been iffy at times. Carson Beck has been looked a little bit uncomfortable with the receivers. At least in the first 2 weeks. The receivers have been looking all right. Running back has been a problem so far. And besides that, I would say that everything else has been fine. Now, let's go ahead and jump into week one. So Georgia beat UT Martin 48-7. Fine win. We were up only 17-0 in the first half, though, at halftime. So we turned it on in the second half, but there was not a lot of downfield passing by Mike Bobo. Now, besides that, Bobo called a fine game. There was one blunder that he had on 3rd and 7 where he called a run play, where our running game had not been the best that game, and it got stopped. And we had a couple of breakaway runs from Kendall Milton, and I think Cash Jones got one. It was either him or Roderick Robinson. But besides that, Mekhi Muse was probably one of the best players out there during the game. He's caught a screen pass and took it, 47 yards to the house. He may be undersized, but he makes up for it with how fast and jittery he is. He's like a jitterbug. But anyways, 48-7, not bad. I would give that probably B- game, if not C+. Now, going into the Ball State game, we looked a lot better. The first drive, we drove right down the field, but Carson on 3rd down tried to run with it, and the ball got knocked out. Luckily, we got it back. But the kicker, freshman Peyton Woodrick, he's looked good over the past 2 games, but he missed a field goal from the left hash. So, going to need to work on that. But it was scoreless through the first quarter. It was a slow first quarter. Second quarter, Mekhi Muse brings a kick back for the first time that any player on Georgia has brought a kick back since 2018, 69 yards to the house. And that sort of wore off the jitters. I guess, because after that, we scored 24 straight points. Went into halftime at 31-0. We had 3 interceptions in the second quarter. Malachi Starks got a pick, a blunder. The Ball State quarterback threw the football at a blocker, a wide receiver that was blocking. I don't know what happened with the assignment there, but it hit his shoe, popped up right into Chaz Chambliss' hands. And then the next one was just a great defensive play. Ball got knocked in the air, and Tyke Smith picked it off. And that led us to our 31-0 lead at halftime. After that, we got, I believe, 2 more touchdowns. Yeah, one was a passing touchdown to Cash Jones, who looked great on that touchdown catch. He could, if we can't find a running back, because right now we resorted to playing Dylan Bell at running back in the game against Ball State. If we're not able to find a running back, our best 2 running backs could be Roderick Robinson or Dejon Edwards and Dylan Bell. So Dylan Bell looked good. Cash Jones, dude, he went up there and got that football. And it wasn't no wheel route either. Well, it was kind of a wheel route, but he sort of put it on a fade and looking like James Cook out there. But anyways, The defense looked good. The offensive line still didn't have as much push that you would like to see against a team like Ball State, but we'll see how we do this week. Anyways, I'll give this game a B. We looked better. We looked improved. Carson looked a lot more improved than last week in a 45-3 win. So I'll give that a B. And let's look ahead to this week. We're playing South Carolina at home. South Carolina's 1-1. They had a loss in week 1 to North Carolina, where North Carolina had 9 sacks. But they looked better last week against Furman, but that was Furman. They're coming to Sanford Stadium this Saturday, and let's just say that the last time Georgia lost in Sanford Stadium, it was to the South Carolina Gamecocks team. Now, they had a different head coach. Their head coach then was Will Muschamp. He's our co-defensive coordinator. Shane Beamer was not far from being on Georgia's staff. He left, I think, in 2018. So I suspect that Georgia is going to come into here with a fire under them, wanting to show what they're made of, wanting to play an A-plus game in front of a sold-out Sanford Stadium crowd. And this past week, Kirby was asked about some South Carolina player talking about the best stadiums in the SEC and them not mentioning Sanford Stadium. And he said something to the effect of, well, we'll see how the fans, that'll be some fuel for the fans. So if you're going to be in Sanford Stadium this Saturday, I hope that you're bringing your megaphone, because we're going to need it loud for this South Carolina Gamecocks team. So anyways, we'll see how it's going to be. It's going to be an interesting game. So there you have it. I hope y'all enjoyed. Go Dogs.